Tonight, we open one of the most strange and beautiful novels ever written, a book that lives somewhere between dream and waking, between the loud noise of the modern world and the soft silence of an inner one. Tonight's book is Hard-Boiled Wonderland and the End of the World, by the great Japanese author Haruki Murakami. First published in 1985, translated into more than 30 languages, loved by readers all over the world for its dreamlike beauty, its quiet sorrow, and the way it asks the deepest questions about who we are, without ever raising its voice. So let your shoulders drop. Let the day fall away. Tonight, we are walking into a story that does not move in straight lines. It moves the way dreams move, the way the mind moves just before sleep. The novel weaves two stories together in alternating chapters. Two worlds. Both are the same man, though he does not know it yet. The first world is called Hard-Boiled Wonderland. It is set in a futuristic version of Tokyo. Bright, fast, clever, full of strange technology and quiet danger. Our narrator there is a Calcutech, a man whose mind has been surgically altered to process secret data inside his own subconscious. He is paid to encrypt information that no one else can read. Even he cannot read it. He works alone. He lives quietly. He drinks whiskey. He listens to old jazz records. He cooks careful meals for himself. He is intelligent, capable, slightly sad, in the way many of Murakami's narrators are slightly sad, as if a part of him has been waiting his whole life to remember something he cannot quite name. The second world is called the End of the World. It is a quiet, walled town surrounded by a great wall that no one is allowed to cross. Inside the town, time moves slowly. The seasons come and go. Golden unicorns wander the streets. A river flows softly through the heart of the place. There is a clock tower that no longer keeps time. There is a library, soft and dim, where our narrator works as a dream reader. His job is to gently take old skulls of the unicorns and read the dreams stored inside them. The town is impossibly peaceful. There is no conflict, no urgency, no noise, but there is also no music, no memory, no shadow. When you enter this town, you must give up your shadow. And without your shadow, you slowly lose your heart, your past, your wanting. The two worlds at first seem completely unrelated, but Murakami slowly, gently, reveals that they are not separate at all. The walled town of the End of the World exists inside the narrator's own mind. It is a quiet inner place his consciousness has built, a refuge from the noise of his outer life. And as the story unfolds, the narrator in Hard-Boiled Wonderland begins to discover something unsettling. Because of an experiment performed on his brain, his outer life is ending. In a few days, his consciousness will permanently disconnect from the outside world. He will stop existing in Tokyo, and he will live forever. Inside the quiet town of the End of the World, he has, perhaps, less than 3 days left in the world we know. The book becomes the soft countdown of a man preparing to leave. But here is what makes this book so tender. The narrator does not panic. He does not rage against the ending. He does not run. Instead, he begins to do something deeply human. He begins to notice the taste of a careful meal, the sound of an old jazz song, the feeling of clean cotton sheets, the kindness of a librarian he has only just met, the light through a window in the late afternoon. He begins to live fully the small, ordinary beauty of his disappearing world. The book teaches us, very softly, that this is what life is. The noticing, the small moments we keep almost forgetting, the quiet act of loving the world in detail before it is taken from us, which, of course, will happen to all of us in our own way one day. Meanwhile, inside the End of the World, our other narrator is slowly waking up. He has been told that the town is paradise, but he begins to sense that something is missing. He misses something he cannot name. He looks at the unicorns. He hears the soft river. He reads the old dreams in the library, and gradually he understands. What is missing is the heart. What is missing is the shadow. What is missing is the part of him that aches, the part of him that loves. He realizes that without longing, there is no real life. That a perfectly painless place is also a perfectly empty place. And he begins to wonder, quietly, whether he wants to stay forever in this beautiful walled town, after all. Murakami is asking, in his soft, dreamlike way. One of the great questions of being human. Would you choose peace, even if it meant losing your wanting? Would you choose stillness, even if it meant losing your music? Would you choose the safety of a walled-in life, if it meant giving up the wild, painful, beautiful thing called the heart? There is no easy answer. The book does not give you one. The book simply lets the question rise inside you, gently, like a small light in a dark room, and invites you to sit with it. Many readers say that this book changed them, not because of anything dramatic that happened in the story, but because, somewhere in the slow, surreal beauty of it, they were quietly invited to look at their own walled-in places, the places they go to escape feeling, and ask to wonder, softly, whether the price of safety might be too high. The narrator in the end of the world eventually meets his own shadow. The shadow tells him the truth. This town is not eternal paradise. This town is the part of you that is hiding from your own life. If you stay, you will be safe, but you will not be alive. The shadow asks him to escape together, to climb the great wall and return to the world of feeling, the world of pain, the world of love. The narrator listens. He hears the shadow's words, and he makes his choice. The book does not loudly judge his choice. It simply lets it stand, as all real choices do. Some readers weep when they reach this part, because we too, in our own quiet ways, have stood at that wall and had to decide whether to stay safe in the part of us that does not feel, or to climb back into the trembling, miraculous mess of being fully alive. Meanwhile, in Tokyo, the other narrator is in his final hours. He drives in his small car. He listens to his favorite music. He drinks one last good drink. He sits quietly with someone he has come to love in the few days he had left to know her. He does not waste his ending. He does not numb it. He lets it be what it is. A goodbye, soft and lit with meaning. And then, in the final pages, the boundary between the two worlds dissolves. The man in Tokyo closes his eyes. The man in the end of the world keeps walking, alone through the snow of his quiet, inner town. The two narrators become one. The story does not end with answers. The story ends with a sense, a quiet, lingering sense, that the inner life and the outer life were never two separate things at all. Murakami offers no neat conclusions. He offers something better. He offers the feeling of a dream you cannot quite remember, but cannot quite forget. The feeling that a part of you, a quiet, wise, walled-in part, has always been there, watching everything, holding the shape of your life, waiting for you to come visit, and reminding you, gently, that the real work of being human is not to choose between the inner world and the outer world. The real work is to live in both, to honor your inner town, your quiet places, your dreams, your shadow, and to also climb the wall, again and again, into the living, breathing, painful, beautiful world that needs you. Both are sacred. Both are you. The story teaches this without ever saying it directly, as all great stories do. So what does this book leave us with before sleep? It leaves us with these soft truths. That our minds contain whole worlds we rarely visit. That peace without feeling is not peace at all. That noticing the small, ordinary beauty of life is the most sacred act we can perform. That our shadow is not our enemy, but the part of us that still remembers our wholeness. That to be fully alive, we must be willing to feel. That endings, when met with awareness, can become quietly luminous. And that perhaps the deepest love we can give ourselves is to climb back, again and again, over the walls we have built, into the trembling truth of our own hearts. Tonight, dear listener, perhaps think of a wall you have built inside yourself, not to judge it, just to notice it. Walls were built for reasons. They protected something tender. But perhaps, slowly, gently, you are ready to climb just a little, to let some light in, to let some feeling return. There is no rush. The wall has been there a long time. It will not fall in one night. It will only soften, slowly, as you remember that you are safe to feel again. So sleep tonight inside both worlds. The quiet, walled town inside you, and the breathing, beautiful world outside your window. Both are yours. Both are home. Murakami's book, in its strange, dreamlike way, is really a love letter to being human, to the strange gift of having an inner life and an outer life, and the work of slowly, tenderly making peace between them. Good night, dear listener. May your dreams tonight be soft and surreal. Sleep well.